Hello everyone and welcome to another Hallelujah Caesar review. Dr. Seuss Monopoly is what we're looking at today, and I have to tell you, I was actually really pleasantly surprised with this version of Monopoly, the Dr. Seuss version here. I really like, spoiler alert, as I show you the components and everything, but I think this is probably overall, considering all the tokens, all the title and deed cards, the kind of community chest and chance cards, the look of the board and everything, this is, I think, overall the best kind of implementation of a theme and just overall, the art and how they incorporated everything. I think this is my favorite that I've seen actually in a long time. So, and I think back to some of my favorite versions of Monopoly, and if you think about your favorite versions, probably coincide with the theme that you like the best, like Star Wars. Star Wars Monopoly is one of my favorites, and it's because of the theme. Well, if you like Dr. Seuss, I think you're really gonna like this version of Monopoly. They've done a really, really good job at incorporating everything. So here's the cover. You have some great artwork throughout this. I'll show you that. Let's go ahead and open up the box here. We'll show you just everything that's in here. So again, this is not a review of Monopoly. It's more of a review of this Dr. Seuss version. So start with, some versions of Monopoly, they have different pictures on each of the variety of the money here. This one does. So I'm always a little disappointed when the versions don't. But so we have Cat in the Hat. We have the green eggs and ham there. We have Horton, here's the Hue. So some really great, there's the Grinch. They aligned that with the green, which I thought was clever. Very cool. So very, very nice. I love, and that's what you'll see with this one, is the artwork is everywhere. Lorax. I love that movie. Every single time I think of the Lorax, I just think of the songs from the movie version, and it just makes me smile. It's a good time. All right, so let's go ahead and start showing you the property cards. All of the versions of Monopoly, if you're not aware, they have really just a great rule set in here. They also have a setup here that explains kind of like what's unique to this version of what they introduced. And so for houses and hotels, they're renamed libraries and bookstores, respectively. The train stations here are actually, they stuck with the transportation theme, which I thought was awesome. So there's skis, car, one-wheeler, wobble, and train. So I thought that was really great. The community chest cards and the chance cards are actually explore and discover cards, which I thought was right on theme, right on point. So very nice that they have that, include that. The rules of Monopoly really are pretty straightforward. All right, so like I said, great to see that traditional Dr. Seuss artwork that we're so used to and love. So we got the train here. The other thing I liked is the text on all of the cards, even the title cards as we get to the deeds. Great implementation of theme. They just look really, really good. I'm very pleased with these. So there's the train, the one-wheeler wobble, car, skis. So very, very fun. They did great with those. The community, or the utilities, I talked about most of the others, but the utilities, we have plant trees and plant flowers, sticking with that Lorax theme there. So very, very cool. So here we have the property cards, and as you can see, just the way that it's presented with the artwork and the font that they used for these. Again, it's just that blue, but the font, how it just adds so much and to the feel of this. You completely feel like it's Dr. Seuss everywhere. So it's got the artwork associated with the book. These are all different books by Dr. Seuss. And it's got that on the back. We'll go and show you the board. You'll see all the artwork as well. But Cat and Hat, Green Eggs and Ham. Those are great. Oh, the places you'll go. So some great references here. Again, there's the Lorax, 14 Years of Hugh, all those good ones. You know, this was actually my favorite growing up, as a little kid. Hop on Pop. Oh, man, good times. What pet should I get? And that one. So just awesome with the title and deed cards. Okay, so then we actually get to the Explore and Discover cards, which this probably is one of my favorite things in this version, is that I love the go to jail. I love how sad the Grinch looks here. He's been naughty. So it's got artwork. These all have artwork on these from the different books. Sorry about that. A little out of frame there. They all have artwork from the books, and it is so great. But not only that, but they have like little quotes and stuff from the books, and so it's great. So for 53 years, the Grinch put up with the noise of who girls and boys with all of their toys. He slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room, and he took every present. How awesome is that? Discover, you think and wonder and think. You learn how much water 55 elephants can drink. You like to hop on top of Pop. Stop, you must not hop on Pop. Isn't that amazing? So this is my favorite, is you're discovering. You actually have little bits and pieces from the different books that correlate with these cards, and they seem to match so well with the theme, right? And like what's happening, if you're going to go and you're doing those sort of things, it's so on point with all of these. So King Yertle the Turtle was higher than all, but his throne of turtles began to wobble, then fall. So it's just, I really, really enjoy the Explore and Discover cards, having the quotes and the artwork from the books. By far the best Explore Discover cards I think that I've ever seen. So I'm just very, very pleased with that. So we'll get to the board here in just a second. Here are your libraries and bookstores, or as you may know them from originally Monopoly, houses and hotels. You got light blue and like the red. That red, you'll see that again, matching, what's on the cover here. And while I have this open, I wanted to just mention this as well. But even on the inside box here, look at all those Who's. Isn't that awesome? I can't remember if the other side, yep, the other side's the same. But very, very cool. So we got the houses. I think it's a great color. We have the dice. Nothing too special there. Get to the tokens and show you the board. So again, everything in this set is just awesome. So here's our ABC token. Very cool. We got the Cat in the Hat. You have his hat there. And the quality of these tokens are also just really, really good. Here's a little fish. You have the little tree. Very cool. Again, the detail and the quality of these are just amazing. A lot of times, some of them get some of the versions. You may get some that I think just the style of them and stuff make it a little bit more difficult for them to be, just keep that really good quality. But I really like all of these tokens. I mean, this is probably the least exciting, the little sock. Um, but now my favorite, the green eggs and ham. Green eggs and ham. This is definitely my favorite token. This is what I would choose to be every single time. Awesome. So those are all that. Let's go ahead and show you the board to round out this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Really like to, my goal is try to get up to 1,000. So 1,000 followers, only 700 more to go. There it is. Look how awesome. Brightly colored board. I think it's just really, really great. You got key, big highlight, big hitters, big characters here. You got the Lorax, the cat, Horton. You got thing 1 and thing 2. So very, very great board here. So then the actual board itself, you get to see the covers of the books, which is awesome. Look at that, fail to rhyme space. Oh no. Let's look at the other one. Invent a new world. It's gonna cost you some money to do that. Fail to rhyme. There's our transportation. Skis. There's a discover space. But yeah, isn't that just, I love it. I love seeing the iconic covers on here. Got the Explorer. I think it's just one of the best. Again, one of my favorite implementations of Monopoly with this theme. And it's like, I like Dr. Seuss, and we've all grown up with most of these. A lot of us have, and like, I'm not gonna say I'm like a huge, like, crazy Dr. Seuss fan, but I think they really did a great job with this version. Love everything about it. From the tokens, everything. Again, that green eggs and ham, my favorite one. We got the quotes on the cards. Everything I think is just really, really well done. A lot of nice touches in this. So if you like Dr. Seuss, I think there's no question here that you're going to really like this version of Monopoly, and that is how Lou sees it.